the Happy Hour podcast with your host, Joel Fleischman.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Joel Fleischman Happy Hour podcast, episode number 42. Holden, we need to get intro music. Everybody's got the intro.
Let's have a little jingle.
Welcome to the
Joel Fleischman. The Fleischman Experience.
Happy Hour podcast. Then some quote comes in.
seat, but you only need the edge.
Yeah,
I have my
some
voice in the
Belushi
introduction.
podcast, right? Anchorman quote here, whatever. What?
In the introduction, I have my voice over it. I could add music.
Yeah, I mean it's very dynamic. Maybe ramp that part up.
Okay.
42, number famous 42s. My go-to is Vin Baker for sure.
Jack, you're on.
I was going to say, there's a movie on 42.
Wow, that's brutal. I went Vin Baker first.
Fun fact,
That's how I would rank him.
we ran into Vin Baker last
Chick-fil-A
Friday.
on
Chick-fil-A.
Friday. Yeah, we were
Just
down in New
recently?
Berlin.
Yeah,
Yep.
New Berlin. Mm-hmm.
Yep, he walked in and Luke and I are looking at him and he's got the Bucks logo on. I looked down at his flip-flops and he had Vin Baker on. So when we pieced out, it was like, hey Vin, good luck this year. And he's like, thanks. I think he thought he was going to
It's not racist at all, but NBA players normally kind of stand out.
Oh, yeah.
He was like 6'11".
There. They're so
Well,
tall.
50
and it's
50% of all people 7 feet or over, males, are in the NBA. That's
Makes
a fun
sense.
fact. In the world,
What's the percentage?
50%.
Really?
Yeah. That's
6
crazy.
inches off.
That's a crazy
6 inches
percentage.
AKA, we had no shot in the game. So.
That's
6 inches away.
So welcome. This is for our IT podcast. IT stands for?
Information,
Ronnie
technology,
Lott.
beep boop beep.
Wow.
Whoa.
This is the entire team for Drexel, all the guys. So let's just go around. I work with these guys all the time. They're amazing individuals. Let's just go around the horn. Introduce yourself. Give us a little background, who you are, where you came from.
I'll go first. I'm Luke Sheldon.
Oh, we got a cheers, everybody. Welcome to the pod.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So what do we have today? We are sponsored by Central Waters Brewery out of Amherst. However, we have some, Natty Light drinkers here.
Natural
Okay.
Fright, Halloween edition.
And we've got a beer bong. IT does it different at Drexel.
Yeah.
Welcome to the beer bong.
We like to party.
Look at Holden's face.
I've never seen this.
Holden's
before.
like, what are we doing?
Come
on, there's an
Kind of a
official
rough
beer bong.
pour there.
Wow.
This was
lot of
foam.
foam.
A lot of foam.
Amateur hour.
Yep.
We'll get there. That's
Joke
kind of a
show.
straight
Yep.
pour there.
You make that
There
little
you go.
tornado.
We'll get there.
That little tornado. Calm it down.
There it is. There's a little tornado.
If you take
Did you
the
guys ever get into the sidekick where then you put a shot in there?
take a little grease
Actually,
off
we
your
don't
nose.
need I don't know what does. That's why
I've seen a
guys
guy-
that would always do it like a side chaser.
Yeah, throw a shot of tequila in there or
Yeah,
something.
why do you gotta amp that up?
Yeah, there's already
last time I
beers
was
in there
doing,
anyway.
Last time I was doing beer bongs, it was the paint stick. You know about that?
What's the paint stick?
So at the big box stores, they have the paint stick where connected to the top of the
Here, you got 2 beer.
Yeah.
paint can, and you suck up all the paint,
Yeah.
and then you push it out.
Cheers,
Well, you
boys.
don't put
Yeah,
the
so it's like a syringe.
and you
So it's like a syringe.
yeah, like a huge.
This is so just normal in our life.
There we
It's
go.
so normal.
Great work.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Is that the one? Does it have a nickname? Do you use it a lot?
This, we just went and got it on lunch.
That was it's a,
We'll take it to the new house.
It's a car funnel with a
Now it needs a
hose
nickname,
clamp.
though.
Yeah, a car funnel with a hose clamp.
My buddy used to have the Red Rooster. It was just a red one.
Just a red one.
Last one I did was
Black
out of
Rooster?
a really good idea. He was a big brewer guy, so brewer tailgate, he had it out of a brewer helmet.
It's pretty cool.
It was probably 20 years old.
I have
But
one
the
of
Red
those
Rooster was the
drinking
legendary
helmets.
one that I grew up with. All right, what are we all drinking here besides Natty Light on beer bong?
Oktoberfest lager.
Vanilla cherries.
Tomorrow River.
I was looking at this above the whatever. It's like
And it's bourbon, so this is actually
Yeah,
a
this
bourbon
is-
barrel. This is gonna kick you. This is like 8% alcohol.
Yep, I can taste that.
To run one of those through the funnel.
I got a.
dare you.
They make like that liter bottle, whatever that is. What is that? Liter quart?
It's like a little growler. Or what?
Growl like a little growler. So it was the Jason Blanker. I just known him, and it was the Packer playoff game. So I had a pizza and a little growler, and all of a sudden, middle of the first quarter, I'm like, and then I'm like, oh yeah, dude. And actually, I'm like, that growler's got a little kick to it.
Yeah. Nice. All right, Luke.
What do you guys think?
This is definitely, you can taste the bourbon in there.
I mean, do you like?
Yeah.
I like it.
Oktoberfest
I would only
lager, too.
have one or two.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to
One
kick
or
these
two.
down all
You're
the
not. That's what you're supposed to have.
Yeah.
But the vanilla cherries, excellent. I got the vanilla. I got the cherry.
Yeah, you
I
can
like it.
actually taste
flavor-
each individual
flavor profile.
out.
But it's like it's a manly flavor. It's not.
It's a
like,
stout aged in
It's not
bourbon
like vanilla
barrel.
cherry where it's like a seltzer flavor.
No.
I mean, it's got a deep flavor to it.
Yes, what is it? Stout aged in bourbon barrels with cherries and vanilla.
They put the beer in an old barrel, an old whiskey barrel,
Yeah.
and they let that infuse.
Okay.
Throw some cherries and vanilla in there. Let it sit for a while, bottle it, call it good. From what I know. How about the Oktoberfest?
It's good, very good. I like it.
I didn't know they had seltzers.
Those are
Yeah, Central Waters kind of has everything. Although we get
Those-
the test pilots from Jason as the sponsor. Thank you.
what did I have? Like a raspberry one last Friday? Like top notch. Top notch.
I don't know. They're all the same to me. I think
the
they're
same.
actually literally all the same. They just can them different. Okay, well, let's get to it. Around the horn.
Luke, get after it.
Luke Schill, Campbell Sport, born and raised. Lived in Milwaukee for a few years during college. Kind of a gunslinger. I like to just keep firing. Then when I'm done firing, I reload and fire again.
What do you
Do you have any background in IT?
I went to school for it, but I guess just my whole life. I'm a big video gamer, computer guy.
So you love this stuff.
Yeah,
What you're
it's
doing.
kind of always been.
And
stuff
what
like
what
that.
and within Drexel, what's your primary focus?
Setting up the equipment is my primary focus.
Okay,
So,
cool.
cool.
And ticket
And the
board.
ticket board. Yep, I do the ticket
What's a
board.
ticket board mean?
Whenever you submit an IT ticket, I get that list of stuff.
goes
And
in.
I'm usually the guy that reaches out first.
Okay, cool. So if you're listening or
If
watching,
you're listening or watching, I'm the guy.
that's the guy for that part.
Logan Eich, IT coordinator. Been here 5 years-ish. Started in the yard, was a driver / mentor for 2 years and moved into this position about 3 years ago now. Moving into kind of the infrastructure world and moving into, I would kind of more put it like project coordinator a little bit here. So
It's a good way to say it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm in the ticket board too. I do help day to day, keep the lights on and stuff like that. But a little mixture of everything currently. So yeah.
Nathan Grinwald, been here, I think it's 8 or 9 years at this point. 8 years at least. Started in Berlin, roofing or in the exterior department, and then came down here and
Before that, owned a print cartridge shop. Was that just previous or?
that was just previous. Yep, owned that for a while. DJ'd,
Yeah.
wedding DJ,
Wedding
photo-
DJ.
T-shirts, just all kinds of. You don't even want to know my background.
Yeah, we do.
If I'm
Yeah,
getting
we do.
married, I'm totally breaking out data.
Holden just woke up. Holden was sleeping for these two for years. Like,
Yep,
wedding DJ.
yep. It was good.
You know what a print cartridge is?
A what?
You know what like a print cartridge is?
No idea.
Like for printers, there's that ink cartridge.
The ink has to come from
Oh,
somewhere.
Yeah,
okay.
the
Yeah,
Angry
yeah.
Toner.
He owned a store. That's all they did.
Yep.
That was a thing.
And you're a DJ?
I was a DJ, yep. Photo booths, wedding DJs.
Yeah, photo booths.
Yep.
Do it.
He sold cologne.
What's your go-to wedding? What's your go-to wedding DJ story?
Probably early on, I was actually with another guy. We were kind of partners in it before he left and branched out. One of the first weddings we did, we got the down payment, and then the night of the wedding, normally you get the final payment. And it was down in the Milwaukee area, and the bride and groom got into like a monster fight during the reception. Groom leaves, bride's there crying,
Obviously.
big time. It was, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night, and we're like, yeah, so
Keep the
we're
hits
not-
going.
We're kind of playing, but we're talking to each other, and we're like, so who's gonna pay us? Like, how are we
Yeah.
gonna
Oh
do this?
yeah. You're more away with the money.
Yeah, I mean, we're down there. We're gonna be
Yeah.
home at 2 a.m. and the whole thing. And luckily, the dude that was the partner with me, I would have been just like pieced out, like,
Yeah,
okay,
love you
whatever.
guys, you're
Yeah,
the best,
we're
yeah.
yeah. He's like, no, we're getting our money. Goes talks to the bride. Goes talks to the bride's mom. Goes talks to anyone. That, hey, we need our money. And then he got paid. He got us paid. So that was
You need
probably the
that.
craziest.
Was anybody still on the dance floor, or did the whole thing just screech? to
It
a
kind of
halt?
screeched to a halt. Yeah, we were still there, like throwing on the music, but it was
Do
definitely.
we know what the fight
pandemonium
was
there.
about?
No idea what the fight was about.
Yeah.
No,
It'd get weird. It's a lot of
it
stress.
was crazy.
Do they still get married?
I mean, they got married.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the
yeah.
exception,
I don't know.
right?
I don't know if they were divorced or annulled like the day later. I'm not sure, but
So like, I was a pretty social guy. I was in a million wedding parties, if you will. Usher. I was actually usually the usher. I don't think I was good enough friends with anybody
What's the usher?
in the wedding. The usher is the role that you play when you're not in the wedding party. Your only responsibility is like at church for like 10 minutes. You don't have to do like a lot of the pictures. It's cool. It's like the best spot. It's like something you'd be good at. Like you're just kind of behind the scenes clown show. You can do whatever you want. You're the usher.
You
Like, no
usher
one cares.
people to their seats.
Yeah, you usher them to their seats is what your formal responsibility is, and then you're done, which is great. I did that a lot. So but you got to wear a tux, so you can do whatever you want because you were like in the wedding party.
Yeah.
Blue Mountain State, Alex Moran, third string quarterback, best position on the team. You still get all the chicks. You're still on the team. You're just not. You just don't have to go in the game.
Usher.
Yes,
Hello, usher.
hello, usher. Perfect.
Hello, usher. I didn't have this girl I had to take care of, sort of.
I totally forgot
I made
about
2
that.
pictures, not 40 pictures. Yeah, ushers is a good example. So I had a thing with the DJs for years. Beginning of the night, I would always take an extra hundo along. Beginning of the night, I'd slip them a hundo. Hey, I'm in the wedding party. I'm not just a rando. And whatever song I went on, it's just like I make eye contact with you for $100. You flip that song on, like midstream. I don't care. If I need to hear it now, I need to hear it now because I'm a music guy. I like to hear my tunes. When I want to hear my tunes, I don't want to fuck around. As a bride or groom, I get if they want the song, but besides that, I'm your dude.
I'm kind of
They'd be like,
Number 3. You're number 3 in line.
no, they'd be like.
Yeah, why would you not? $100
So then my friends would always be like, dude, like I'd sing songs with the guy, right? It depended on the DJ, but either way, I'd just be like, who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Like, I got it. He's my dude. He's like, I'm gonna go through a request. He won't play it.
That's kind of how it was
They're
at
like,
homecoming
that
this
fucker
year.
won't play my songs. Excuse the French. Like, no, but I got him. Hey, want to hear a little bit of, She and I, Alabama. Bring it up.
Right to it.
Yeah, right too.
Money talks.
Did you hear about
Money
the
talks,
Ice Ice Baby
baby.
thing at homecoming?
What?
Did Jackson tell you about that? About the Ice Ice Baby thing at homecoming?
No, yeah, he did tell me, but tell us for all of the listeners that love you, Holden. Tell everyone what you did.
Since I was like 10.
So again,
What?
senior Holden is a senior at homecoming, running the student section. I'm in a very successful senior year, in my opinion, doing a wonderful job with what in his world. But so it's homecoming, your senior year, and first of all, you actually reached out to the DJs before the dance.
These guys were different DJs. It was the same company, but different actual DJs than we had at prom. At prom, I'm not gonna lie, it was not a good DJ performance. So I emailed the company, like the second in command or whatever, and she said like thank you for emailing us, and then she like told us that our DJs were gonna be good, and they were awesome. They were different guys.
So he
from
reached
prom.
out and emailed the company
Yeah.
prior to the dance. Again,
Said, send some top-notch
Not
people.
$100, not $100 bill. But
No.
I just had to make sure that it was gonna be a good
Yeah, right,
homecoming.
right.
So then Demarion, like everyone knows, I know like the words to Ice Ice Baby, I can rap the whole song.
Do it.
And,
You got it.
Well, get to the story first. Get to the story first.
We're all figured that one.
and then so like he goes up and he's like, hey, you gotta give him the mic. You gotta play Ice Ice Baby. He's gonna rap it. So then he's like, yeah. So we're gonna have a live performance. Holden's gonna go up here and rap Vanilla Ice. So then like I rap like the first verse and then it was kind of nuts.
Yeah, he shut it down. Like he shut the party down.
Okay,
So
it's kinda
crazy
sweet.
with, I think it's post-COVID. I'm not sure, but like basically Holden's class went from sophomores to seniors overnight, right?
Yeah.
So they didn't get to experience that slow leadership role. They went right from underclassmen to like a year off to like, oh my gosh. So their homecoming, which I'm guessing is happening around the country for those that are having it, was at 75% attendance. The entire student body basically was at homecoming,
Yeah, it was
right?
400
And I asked them,
people.
like, two of my kids are there. I'm like, did anybody dance? They said everyone danced. Like it wasn't like how I remember it, right? Like none of the freshmen went. It was a burden. It was a hassle. Only 6 people danced. And they're weird, and everybody was like a wallflower, right? The IT guys and me were wallflowers. They're like, no, it was on. It didn't matter who you were. But I think they're just like have this massive release. And I even talked to some of the teachers about it. And they're like, not only that, whatever the seniors do, everybody kind of follows, which makes sense. And the seniors are having such a good year and such a good time, then the freshmen and sophomores feel comfortable being themselves. So, congratulations, kudos.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, let's break out Ice Ice Baby. You
Yeah,
want to do it?
thank
You
you,
want to do it
thank
a
you.
cappella, or do you want to have a
Got a
background?
little
music?
beat.
No.
Yeah, just keep doing that.
No, I mean, can't you bring it up like on YouTube and
Yeah.
play it, and then
Yeah, sure.
you get it all ready to go, and then you just sing along.
All right.
We're fair with that. You can't have the lyrics up though. That's cheat code. Well, have the lyrics up. I don't care. We want to hear you. All right, Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus Wiegert, is my voice correct, sir? Super user, been here close to 8 months. I think next week is 8 months. So it feels like I've been here a lot longer than that. But I've been around Fond du Lac since 2004 when I went to school at Marion from 04 to 08. did a little IT. Worked in the help desk for a little bit there. Had a information technology minor. So kind of like Luke, always kind of had a little bit of an interest in IT. And yeah, worked, coached college basketball for a lot of years and worked in summer baseball for 2 summers, and just was looking for a little bit more of a traditional year-round thing instead of a crazy summer and then an off season, which was kind of more relaxed. So reached out because I heard Drexel had such a great culture and knew a bunch of people here, and it's been awesome.
So what does super user mean?
Yeah, super user, deal a lot with Monday.com, with implementation, maintaining what was already kind of built prior to me coming here, training. Then I kind of oversee most of our softwares and licenses, just making sure we have enough, we have the right amount, and then help a little bit ticket board wise, not to the amount of these guys do, but just a little bit in the background when I can kind of help out or when things get crazy.
So Monday.com has changed everything we do here. What do you feel like if you had to summarize? If I'm Hancock Lumber from Maine, and I want to learn about Monday.com, and I want a referral or I want a feedback, what would you say about it to an outside listener?
Yeah, I mean, what I tell kind of anybody that just asks like what I do at Drexel, friends and family and stuff like that, I think Monday.com is a spreadsheet that's got a little bit more bells and whistles. I mean, it really is a very functional, something that I think if you're any good with computer software whatsoever, once you get in for a month and a half, 2 months, it's really simplified. I tell people all the time that, it feels like computer software, even a decade ago, everything was so hard with like an automation, like when this button's clicked here, send it here, like stuff was just a lot tougher in terms of coding and all that, where now it's very simplified. It's really called out. And so I really think that for the most part, anybody can kind of jump in there and familiarize themselves.
So you're kind of saying what it is. I'm saying I'm Hancock Lumber.
What does it do for us?
What does it do for Drexel? What does Monday.com do for Drexel?
I think it just simplifies things, gets things from point A to point B. People talking from a QB standpoint to an inside sales.
Explain what it actually does, though. Walk us through A to Z real quick.
Yeah. So basically, with Monday.com, you basically have a form, like a Google form, where you can input a job, and it can go from one location, from let's say the QB's filling that form out or a sales director. It goes straight to our material list providers, where they can kind of do the estimate, send it off to our inside team, while the whole time the QB or sales directors can kind of, from a larger level, just view where things are at. Is something done for me recently? Where is it at? Is it overdue? Just kind of comment on things, see if there's more information needed. Then it goes to the inside team where they can take care of their respective tasks. And I think from a communication standpoint, it helps out there, but also in some ways reduces the emails, which I know was a big thing we were trying to get away from having email inboxes that were so full. And it just, I think, kind of simplifies things.
We might be the only building supply retailer in the nation that uses Monday.com as a tool. Probably the only one for sure in Wisconsin that has any tool even similar to that. What is the competitive advantage to that? And or what is the advantage to our customers? A builder's listening in or watching. Why do I care?
Yeah, I think it's, where things are at all times. So if there is a question from a builder or a retail homeowner, whatever it is, if they want to know where things are at in the pipeline, it's easy to instantly find out. It's not like, whether there's a paper in a bin somewhere, or, is somebody out on vacation, that's another thing from just a worker standpoint of where are we at with that job. Now you can literally go to where it was at or track it on where it has been and to see those exact moves. So I think it just provides transparency and just overall even a flexibility for people just being all over the place, being that it's web-based too.
So to echo those sentiments, I think it does two things. It levels the workload. So if you're a builder right now and you don't buy from us, and Nate's the salesman, Logan is his coordinator, like a lot of people call it. Yep. If they're varied, you're not going to get very good customer service. We're able at Drexel to actually spread that workload out among a lot of people. So we're going to even that workload out, which is a huge, work share. Also, you mentioned it, I think it's a big advantage, is we're able to streamline the pipeline. What a lot of builders don't understand, or even internally, is your order might touch 6-7 people within a supply chain. We're like, lumber yards they're like a supply chain within our own supply chain. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people are going to touch that house, or 20 people. And Money.com is able to coordinate that without emails, post-it notes, spreadsheets, verbal, cross your fingers, stress and anxiety. So that really is a competitive advantage and a customer advantage. So
100%.
been pretty cool. Pretty cool. You've been here 8 months. So been here 8 months. 650 people that work here. How many people do you think you would know by name? Like how have you got very integrated.
Probably close to 300.
Yeah.
I feel like I was actually, Logan and I were on the road to Little Shoot earlier this morning, and I told him that between all the Monday tours and just because of Monday.com alone, I feel like it's probably close to.
How's that feel?
It's awesome. That's what I love. I mean, that's what I loved about the help desk years ago that I worked when I was at Marion, is you get out and meet people and just see what their problems are and kind of walk through stuff and train them with stuff or help them train others. So I mean, it's a really cool kind of thing, just meeting all those people.
At the expo, you're going to be a busy guy. You're going to be like holding Surway.
Yeah, right. Oh, probably not as popular if you can do Ice Ice Baby. You know.
All right, we'll hold off Steve Cross for the Ice Ice Baby sequence here. Let's do it. IT guys, like, does he have that set up right? A lot of pressure holding.
I see you typing in the instrumental.
Alright, Grammarly ad.
Can we play the audio?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Watch live football. I got no audio.
I don't know anything.
This is so awkward. 5 IT guys and my executive producer.
Hey, we're not behind the computer, man.
We're not good at editing.
Oh, there we are.
Alright, stop. Stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back from the brand new invention. Something. Got to hold me tightly. Flow like a hawk. Daily and nightly. When it ever stop, yo? I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, rock a mic like a vandal. Light the stage and watch a chump like a candle. Dance. With the speaker that booms, I'm killing the brain like a poisonous mushroom deadly. When I play a dope melody, anything less than the best is a felony. Lever or live. Better gain weight. Better hit the weights because the boys don't play. If there's a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
Alright, so that was great. It was like an 8.9, but now you got to like figure out how to rap it.
Yeah.
I know.
Like my Macy would say, Dad, you know how to say it. Now you learn how to rap.
Yeah, there's
it.
no flow.
Like, you gotta get
flow.
flow.
Yeah, that's true.
Like within the next year, you got to get flow. Before you go to college, you got to get flow.
So
together.
you were gonna kill it in college. You're
You're
gonna be really fun in college,
If you
dude.
can flow that song, like that won't get old. You can play that for
Before
all
college,
years.
I'll get the flow down.
There you go. That's
I used to do that in ice.
That's your claim to
Takes a
fame.
load of me nightly. Nibble or stop. Hey, I don't know. Like, you got to get that.
I
They don't even know his name.
Like
They'll
at
just
my
know him
show.
as Ice.
I never rapped it in high school, but I was always Ice Baby, so that was a big thing in my high school. Never rapped it though.
Shout out to my
Kudos.
friend Matt Schrader. Absolute great at memorizing lyrics. So good at it. Cue up fastest rap on YouTube. This might be the world's longest podcast with 5 guys.
Twist is about to play.
Yeah, right.
No, go fastest rap. Are you on it, Holden, or what are you doing?
Oh, there we are. There we are.
YouTube fastest rap
What is that?
by Young MC.
What's home? I want to know what home is.
Oh, that's mine. I saw fantasy football.
Oh, is that your fantasy football logo?
Yeah, something like that. That is, I didn't do any of
Yeah.
that.
All right.
That's not cute up.
Well, you are logged
The NBA
in.
one's mine. I don't know what that
House
second
for
thing
laps
is.
means?
And we're not going down that thirst trap. No.
Young MC?
Fastest rap, Young MC. It's a song.
Oh.
And my buddy, kind of like you, Ice Ice Baby, he memorized the song. This was his
did?
go-to. Yeah, fastest rap. There you go. Turn that over.
Did he have the flow?
Yeah, I can do it. How can you not with this song? Like, you don't have the flow, it's not even.
Yeah, you can't do it as fast.
Try. Get that one down as your number 2 song.
That's good. That's good. That's old school, baby. The Young MC, remember Young MC?
Oh yeah, I remember Young MC.
Number one go-to wedding DJ song. Back when you did it.
Oh boy.
This is going to be a 2-hour podcast.
I guess would be like YMC or what
I
is that?
mean, yeah,
What
there was
slides to the
always.
left?
Oh, what is it though? Yeah.
Jeez. Mostly Michael Jackson, like anything Michael Jackson. That's that a lot of those were big.
Lil Jon. Lil Jon.
Definitely the dance songs, like
Lil
the
Jon, yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
the
Slide.
Electric slide.
Yeah, we met with a DJ twice before we got married. Again, I'm a music guy, and I sent him a do not playlist, which was all the standard songs like Macarena.
What was at the top of the list?
What?
What song was at the top of that do not playlist?
Maybe Macarena. Like, could not do Macarena.
Do you want to know why I started
Brings all the
wedding
great
DJing?
shuffle
I
guys.
started wedding DJing because
Yeah,
at
same.
my
I
Just
wedding,
can't get into it. I
Electric
don't like
slide was top. Like, I'm not doing any fucking electric slide.
at my wedding, I had one thing: do not play "Getting Jiggy with It" by Will Smith.
And they played it anyway.
They played it, and I'm like,
Fired.
I stopped everything. I literally stopped everything. I was like, turn this off.
All the lights turn on.
Yep. And that's why I started wedding DJing. Specifically for that
What would
reason.
piss me off about wedding DJs is that they wouldn't listen to the bride and groom. I'm like, no,
Same thing
it's
happened.
their
Yep, same thing
night.
with mine. Yep, same thing.
Like, it's whatever they want. Like, if they
the ones
want
paying
bad
it.
country,
Yep.
they want
Then-
bad.
Yep.
I've always said, if the bride's having fun, everybody has
You
fun.
got it.
yeah.
Yep.
Like, that is the thing. Like,
It was
I've
ridiculous.
been to a
point,
million
actually,
weddings.
yeah.
Like, if the bride's having a good time, everybody's going to chill and have a good time. She have a good time? Ain't nobody having a good time. Ain't nobody having a good time. For real.
Yeah, that is the truth.
Yep, that was why.
Jiggy with it by Will
A
Smith.
lot of wedding talk in this.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Yeah, we didn't.
music
That was no
wedding,
plan at
yeah.
all.
We're just getting out
Welcome,
of the wedding
Steve.
season. We're
Well,
just getting
that's
out
a
of the
good.
wedding
That was a
season.
good segue. Welcome, Steve Truss.
Yes. Yeah. Hi, Steve Truss. I'm the analytics support specialist, but most people call me the ass man.
Analytics support specialist.
The state of New York.
You got it,
calls
hold
the
it.
ass
Yeah, I
man.
got it now.
You're never leaving. You know you're never leaving Drexel.
I didn't understand it at first.
Yeah, but you laugh at a lot of Drexel jokes. Like, you might have to work here someday.
I think this is probably the best podcast we've had so far.
It's the beer blog, isn't it? It's the
Yeah.
Bong kicked it off.
Beer bong in the
Down
rap
in my
show.
notes
or,
for the description of the podcast. Wait, can we borrow that beer bong for Red Bull at football games?
You can just keep it. How about that?
It's
Yeah,
fun.
right.
It's
Take
it
fun.
off. It's all yours.
Actually, the
Take it to
process,
college.
The
Take
it to
process
college.
of building your own is half the fun.
Yeah, building
Come
the
up
beer
with
bong's
something
half
really
the fun.
They
creative.
wanted me to do a Red Bull out of that big cone that hasn't been washed in 5 years.
Yeah, it's got to be a.
That one that's
road
sitting in
construction.
Blue Doors, the old Cougars one out of like
Buy
1970.
it. If you're gonna build one, if you're gonna build
Do a
one,
camel sport?
if you're gonna build one, put a valve on
on
it.
it, yep.
Second thing you do is you get it this time of year. You get a skull.
Okay.
It's smaller. There's not
Yeah.
much. Like, I've done skull ones.
Skull.
Why are we teaching them how to do it?
Yeah.
It seems so much.
No, he said Red Bull.
Otherwise, it's
I
going to
know,
be
but
Red Bull.
that's the gateway drug. Red Bull beer bong Friday, meth by Saturday. That's how this goes. That's that
I'm
generation.
not gonna lie, when I'm
Another
drinking
reason.
vodka Red Bulls, it kind of feels like I'm on meth.
Holden's gonna be homeless in like 4 days, and it's gonna be your guys'
No
fault.
teeth.
Proceed, buddy. Sorry.
He'll be smuggling meth into the
Beer bong.
It's Red Bull beer bong football season, meth dealer and addict by basketball season. That's how quick this shit goes. I've seen all the
week
movies.
apart, so it's good. It's progress. Yeah, anyway, so let's see. Been with Drexel for about a year and 2 months now.
That's it. It seems like you've been here 10 years.
Yeah, it feels like it sometimes.
Yeah.
And,
That's good or bad.
no, it's been wonderful. Came from 16 and a half years at a company in Hartford called API Healthcare. Andy Rettler actually used to be my manager there. So, it
For
was,
real. For real.
And no, he hasn't changed much since then.
Genuine guy. Shout out to Andy.
Yeah, he had a good reputation over there, just as he does here. So it's always fun. when we
Suck
work.
up, dude.
Shit, you already got the job.
Andy doesn't even.
Oh,
Andy doesn't even.
He's
Andy doesn't even.
He's not watching?
He doesn't even watch.
He is kind of a dick.
He's never seen that episode. So move on.
He might watch this one.
Oh boy! Wow. Okay. I'm sure everyone's clicking on the IT podcast.
Best podcast so far?
You need to make that screenshot that gets posted to YouTube is Luke doing this beer pong. It's clicking.
Like major clickbait. Yeah.
man.
Now we're chasing clickbait.
Luke, do you have the picture? Or?
All right, keep going on, Steve. Steve, I am so of 650 people that work here. I think I could explain everyone's day to day, except yours.
Okay, well,
Oh crap!
now the pressure's on.
Here's your separation papers.
I haven't been doing anything for a year.
I didn't want to come on the podcast. I did not want to. Joel doesn't know what I do here. It's so stupid.
Want to keep it that way.
Well, I do what a lot of people when they walk by my desk say gobbledygook. Coding and SQL, building applications, so I get my hands dirty with the data.
So what's the
Pulling
coolest
data.
thing you've done,
Since I've been here?
in your opinion?
I kind of like what happened with the whole commission thing. That was the first project that I mean, we dove head into that
was a
when I
big
first
one.
came in.
No one would have a clue what you're talking about.
So there was, a lot of work outside from what I did, but they basically wanted to restructure how the commission was being paid out to the QBs. So,
And reporting it.
and reporting it and having that transparent to them so they can see progress as to, okay, what have I brought in this year and what does that bottom line mean for me? And
What am I making?
what's
What-
the in between? What's it contributing towards that bottom line? It's not just, well, here's how much you made.
Right.
It's here's what you sold, here's what it cost, here's rebates, here's everything that went
What we
towards.
call net income, right?
Right. So hopefully that can provide them with a little incentive to maybe cut back on where they're giving things away and being able to drill into that and seeing even down to the job level what contributed to
Or
that.
just as a company, how do we get better? Like
Right.
to me, to me, what you did there is how do we get better as a company?
Right.
Really, nothing to do with somebody's bottom line commission. Yes, pay is always important, and now they can see it in real time, which is a huge thing. Thank you, because they had to wait for a monthly thing. They kind of only randomly guess what you're going to make a month, which is weird. But we can look at jobs, we can look at accounts, and saying, is this a profitable account for the company? And for any customers walking, if we don't have a profitable account, it's actually hurting every customer, right? It's like, we're all kind of integrated together. Customers are actually loosely integrated as well. In this kind of industry, I think it's different at Walmart where you buy pizza and you buy toothpaste. But for us, the more our customers buy from us, the better we are, the more our costs come down, the lower their price comes
Better
down.
for
So
everybody.
it's better for everybody.
Yep.
We have only infinite we have a finite number, not infinite, finite number of deliveries we can make a day. If you're chewing up all of our deliveries at a low gross margin dollar, that's hurting you. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. We're integrated. We are an industry of itself building homes. We're part of that process. So thank you for that.
Yep. So I hope that.
I really do know what you do.
Okay.
I barely know.
I really
walk
know
by
what you
his
do.
computer
I
all the time. I'm like,
completely-
I just want to be on like a fly.
I completely know what you do. Oh God, this is horrible. I'll have another beer. You guys are pretty fun.
Want a warm one?
Yeah, do an edit. Yeah, sure, whatever.
This is
A natural fright.
I don't know.
I have
This,
to be at volleyball
maybe
tonight
doing
at
over there.
5.
this is thick. Like
It is
really.
No, it's the bourbon. I think it's the
How are you
bourbon just
doing?
kicking
That's
in.
a-
I'm
that's a
already
kind
ready.
of
Look at this.
Yeah,
He's
my
flushed.
face feels
one
red.
bourbon. No,
Yeah,
you
it
do not
feels
drink.
warm.
You don't drink 3 of those.
The kind beer.
I'm like giggling.
Give me one of those
that-
seltzers.
is
Yeah, he's the same way. It's the bourbon. It's the bourbon. It's the
I've
bourbon.
had one of these.
Cool down a little.
Keep making these longer.
cool down a little
Taking
bit.
shots.
Crazy.
I will say for Steve, just dabbling in what he used to do, learning myself, trying to figure out how to do this stuff, and then getting to a person who knows what they're doing in Steve Truss. He's like a magical, crazy wizard of what he does. Like, you basically can tell him, hey, we need to get this from here and pull it to there and then put it like this and then shoot it over here in one which way. He's like, oh yeah, okay, so sounds good. I'll let you know when.
He's so
when I got
humble
that
about it.
figured
He's
out.
so- yeah, he's
You
so
know,
humble
and
about it.
just, I mean, I can't give you enough kudos in
doing my
what
job.
you do and how you do it it's amazing, and we.
Yeah, and things that we want done as a company, or you do as a team member, or you do as a customer, it happens here. Like there's no magic sauce. Like there's just this is how this
Yeah,
happens.
what
This is team.
Put that back up.
So that-
Well, my billboard came up. My billboard came out.
we're hitting the
already.
dirt.
Billboard came up.
I seen it out of the corner of my eye. I'm sorry.
Did you want to?
It's not that YouTube girl thing.
No.
No, it's my billboard.
Okay, we'll save it.
For later.
No.
This is going so sideways. Are you guys like literally
anything
offering
less.
Holden a full-time IT job, and are you accepting on the spot?
Not if you put that
Dad,
up on
I'm
the
not
board.
going.
Stop.
Dad, I'm not going to school to be a lawyer. I'm going to work with these clowns at Dexter and fix cell phones.
They said they drink
That's
Red
what
Bull
it
all
is.
day long.
Yeah, see, that's what
There it is.
That's my billboards.
See, I made that this morning in the confidence that no one was going to show it outside the IT department. And now it's up on
Is that
the
your
TV.
Halloween costume?
No, that's just
Everyday life. Is that going to be your Halloween costume?
well, it should be, I guess.
Curl up the hair a little.
With a bunch of meat, and you're just
Wait.
arms and legs.
Is that Chopper?
That's dumb.
I didn't even realize who it was until I saw the mugshot.
Logan, you
part.
know you're a menace to
No, I
society.
don't know
We
it's
need
Jeffrey
visibility
Dahmer.
on this. You need to be stopped.
I will say, I think we have the world's best IT department. Like, mic drop, hands down, no doubt.
Cheers to that. At
I
least
say that-
somebody appreciates
I say that
it.
about every department. I mean, I'm almost genuine for you guys.
We'll take it. Almost.
So, a lot of things we can go with this, obviously, podcast. And we actually have to do the billboards. You could probably do that and just wrap it up, but we'll go a little deeper. You guys know a lot about what's coming, right? Or everybody thinks you know what's coming. You don't know any more than they do. If we knew, they knew. So what's coming? What's coming at Drexel? What's exciting? What are you laughing about? The Dahmer thing? You can't
You still can't get over it.
Looking up what Dahmer did.
I made it funny. I made it funny. It's the
I like you a little less now.
episode 42, and it's the first thing he's done funny, and he just can't get over it.
Yeah.
It's like the first funny thing you've done. It's been 42 hours with you.
I didn't know it was supposed to be this billboard, otherwise I wouldn't have shown it to the
The thing is on the video you'll be able to see it on the back because I seen it on the corner of my eye flicker over and I'm like,
Yeah, it was
you'll
like
see it, yeah.
it was like Meat Eater where you see a dough in the
yeah,
background.
yeah, right. You quick look and you're like, and I made that thing so I know what the hell it
I did
was.
see you do that. Yeah. Very, very hard fling.
Yeah. Sorry.
See the
Anyway,
cute girls bar. Oh my god.
yeah.
When did she walk in?
That too.
Okay, so what do you guys like? What are you excited? We have a lot of projects that we do at Drexel. A lot of cool stuff coming down. What are you most geeked up about?
Like
Like what?
excited.
Like yeah, you're like, I can't wait till this launches. This is a freaking game changer.
Robotics writes down personally. I think that's gonna be cool as all hell. Setting it
$26
up-
million robotic plan. Build trusses by robots, like actual robots. Not. I just took a builder, Gary Gavin, there. Super dude. Said the word wow like 20 times when he did offsite. We actually watched his job being built. It's going to go up in Kewaskum next week. 30 years he's done framing. Grew up as a painter. Legendary customer. Built my house. Love the dude. I love you, Gary Gavin. You'll never see this, but if you do, thank you, Gary. He came up, said wow, and he goes, but ultimately it's just a lot of guys, you know, and girls banging hammers and building walls underneath the roof. And I said, yeah, but wait till you see the robots.
Right.
Like, we're going to have straight robots.
Yeah. And it's once it's set up, I'm gonna be, you know, we'll all be happy.
Are there those
It's gonna be
robots like
crazy.
with like the arm thing that like
Yeah.
those?
Yeah.
Anything automated like that?
Bring it up.
is
It's
amazing.
called Alpine Truss and what do I always do? Not Idaho. They're out of Idaho.
I
though.
forget the one that we watched. You
Alpine.
posted something. Yeah, it was Alpine or something.
But Alpine Trusses robots. Just see what comes up.
Trust?
Alpine Truss.
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 Two S's.
Truss.
Just like me.
Like Steve Truss.
Yeah, House of Design. That's it, right there. That might not be the video though.
Right down there, the YouTube.
YouTube.
Yep.
Do you know how to use YouTube or like?
I didn't know.
younger than all of us, man. Come on.
Like you go to Google instead of YouTube for a video?
I didn't know where you
Right there, right there.
Something that
You
says
didn't know what?
there's a videos
Yeah,
tab too
just
on
let that
Google.
play in the background. Nah.
Yeah, actually, let's skip this idea.
That's the robot arm?
Okay, go big on that. Yeah, that's what this is what our factory is going to look like. Like we work with House of Design on our factory. Ross and Jason have been into Idaho, so that's all done by hand now. There's actually 3 or 4 people. Love you guys right this second with 4 different tables and 2 different factories doing that by hand. All this by hand.
Yeah,
And
you
there will be
finally.
robots.
Marcus got to see all that for the first time today, actually, so it was cool.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's most exciting too.
Have you seen this though? Have you seen the
No,
robots?
this is the first time seeing this.
Oh wait, just wait. It's like look at that. How many people you see?
So Luke, are you the one
Like how
installing
many
all
people
those
did you
things?
see when you went up there? Like just people.
Yeah, at least 15, 20. I mean, probably roughly
Yeah,
what?
right.
Laying around, yeah.
Bring your tools. Couple wrenches.
Yeah, it's more the people that need to fix the robots at that point.
No, you're managing the robots, right? So we're going to be able to take the 85 people that are there now, double our capacity, the same 85 people, and just retrain them. They're excited. We're excited. It's going to be thebomb.com.
So awesome.
Next level.
I mean, it's a very, very manual job. That does not look that manual.
How much time does it save?
We can do double capacity.
Wow.
So that thing actually has a laser and actually detects the quality of the lumber as well.
Can they work overnight or
what
what?
about if
24/7.
Really?
It actually has a laser. You could actually take the laser, or you think the control's so high,
Yeah.
it'll call out every piece of lumber.
It has like a confidence
So
level,
it's,
whether or not, like,
Yeah,
it's
they'll say
allowed or not.
Tolerances.
You can actually take the tolerance level so high, it'll just call out every piece.
Is it some kind of like a suction cup on
Yeah,
there? Or how does
and
it-
we already have that. We already have that.
Okay.
We already have that saw. But we'll actually
There's
just bring in the
compressing
lumber
and
and take out the
all
truss.
that stuff.
No one touches it in between. Super badass, right? We hold it, it's
I'd
badass.
like to see the mechanics.
Oh, and they're gonna, and Jason did negotiate, we are
What
painting
air
the shit
compressor,
blue.
what all
So it's
that
gonna be
stuff is
stark
crazy.
white building inside with the blue
Oh,
equipment.
that's cool.
Oh, sharp. Wait. Elon Musk.
Yeah, you're like the Elon Musk of
lumber.
like the
The lumber
company.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Why
start
you gotta
that.
make me cry?
Yeah, we're gonna start that now. That's gonna be what it is.
You built
Joel
tunnels and
Fleischman,
all the-
Elon Musk.
the
of
You
the
know how to
lumber
suck up to
company.
me like anybody.
Yeah, hey.
If you just did a little Tony Starks in there,
Yep,
I
yep.
literally probably would have taken it. All right, so what are you most excited about? Anybody else? We said
I think,
robots.
I mean, just to echo his sentiments, being a tech person, I think the robots, but I think like New Berlin, like that just getting underway and like what that can become, because when I went down there on Friday, the size of that building is, you can't like, I just saw the pictures, but then you get inside there and you're like, holy cow, when you look end to end, and then not to mention the yard, and it's crazy.
Well, the best thing that somebody told me about that was like, I'm like, what do you think of New Berlin? He goes, you must be a very optimistic person. I'm like,
Someone
huh?
told, I think you
He
told me
goes,
that, yeah.
well,
Oh, yeah.
because you made it so big, you must assume this is going to work really well. I'm like, that's fair. That's fair. I'm like, yeah, I am an optimistic guy, and I do think we're going to crush it there. I think there's so many builders and remodelers that don't have a lumberyard down that location, that kind of service level and that kind of support, that it's going to be dominant. I think it's going to be a dominant force in the largest market in Wisconsin. Sorry, Eli Blifford. That does not have a dominant building material supplier.
I guess for me, over the last few months, I've been working with the MLP team with MyTech Supply, which is, Logan's been, kudos to Logan, been stepping it up and just taking care of all the stuff that I kind of normally would have been doing. Logan stepped in, took care of all the New Berlin stuff. Really, I mean,
You
been-
are red as you are
this-
blotchy red.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
what happens.
I'm not
Little
gonna
juice.
lie, man. This
Little
is
juice.
Always?
Yeah, I'm
Yo,
A
feeling
little
this.
bit of juice.
No,
and this
this
is more
shit's
juice
heavy,
than normal.
yo.
Always though?
Anytime I drink, yeah.
But you're a drinker.
I used to be a drinker.
Yeah,
But I mean, you still
Not
imbibe.
much. Not much.
Oh.
But back in the day,
Oh.
yeah.
I
I've
would
been
say
warm
not
this
much, but then if I
entire
look at my
time.
last month, I'm like,
Much.
no, I don't drink like
Define
I
much.
don't drink like these guys. I'm not a
Anybody
binge
drinks like
drinker,
these
but
guys.
you know, I'll have a beer when we go to a
Shouldn't
fish
compliment
fry.
us like that.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Young impressionable ears over here doing a Red Bull beer bong.
Super blotchy. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
me.
go ahead.
I guess where was I going? Oh, Logan stepping up his game. I mean, you took care of New Berlin. You took care of all the stuff. I've been a part of the team, but I've been more, I guess, a part of the MLP team for the last
Super
few months.
microscope specialized
Yep.
project, which is what is MyTech Supply?
So MyTech Supply is the new estimating program that we have. It's been under research and development for around, a year and
Shout
a
out to
half.
Dan Evers.
Yep, Dan Evers has headed that up. I came in to help out with some of the workload and things of that nature, but we just got a demo of what the next level of MyTech Supply is going to be, and it's total game changer. I don't want to give away too much, but
Give it away. It's the pod.
it's literally bringing plans in from a PDF or from Revit, which is a BIM program. It exports from Revit, and MyTech will be able to basically view that model and then build the house on the computer.
So it's 20 and 25. And if this does what we think it can, how long will it take me as a customer to get a materialist estimate back, in your opinion?
In my opinion, if you're coming out of
Currently, it takes right now it takes 14 days.
Yep. If you design with us, once the design is complete, like under 5 days, 6 days.
Game changer in the industry.
Yep.
Game changer.
It's
Think about that.
fantastic.
Think of the efficiency level. That's 75% more efficient. Math.
Boom.
Over
Maths.
What class are you
Stay
at?
in math.
What level are you at math senior year?
I was in pre-calc, and then I added stats.
Good. AP
Attaboy.
stats?
Well, no, because I didn't want to take AP and pre-calc at the same time, so just regular.
I took AP stats. I failed it.
We were in the same.
I took
flunked
AP.
algebra, no
I
big
took the AP test and I got like a 2 or something.
I failed it too. So
Okay, truth serum. I took calculus in college, and like it's like I'm a what was I like? You know, I'm like that guy that just stays up for 24 hours. Not procrastinator. I would just I just blow off all of college, and then 2 days before the class, I would cram. I was a cram.
Crank it up.
yeah, you're cramming.
Yeah, I just crank shit out, and I was smart enough, you know, to get away with that. But calculus, I fell behind, and that's like a class you cannot fall behind on. Like it was like I'd miss like the first 3 classes. I would just miss. That's what I did. Like first 2 weeks of classes, I'd be like, I'm not going to any of these. They're
Silly
stupid.
week.
Yeah, silly week.
Silly week, bro.
I'd be like, what are you gonna hand out the syllabus? It was an opportunity
You're not
to
coming
talk
to
to the
fish
cute
bowls
girls in
tonight?
class too. Be like,
Silly week.
I missed Tuesday, Rachel. Do you have the syllabus? Oh, sure. What's your name? My name's Joel. I go out 7 nights a week. So if you need social work,
I live at 1735.
we're
I
having
can
a
get
party
you free
Saturday
pictures at
night.
Kelly's
I
down the
know
road.
people. But anyways, I forgot. But anyways, I fell behind in calculus. Truth serum is cheating my way through that class. I had no clue. To this day, I have no clue. I don't even know what the concept of calculus is. Weird thing about me in math, you guys probably know that about me. You know that about me. I can do farmer math, and that was how I got through college. I would just logically know the answer was -1. I couldn't really verify that on paper how I got there, so I would write -1, and then I knew they wanted like background info, and I couldn't give it because I didn't come to class mainly. So then I would just I would take 2 to 3 or 4 sheets of paper and write nonsensical numeric stuff, and I'd make all these arrows, and I'd circle stuff, and I'd circle the -1 like 7 times, and I'd make all these arrows, basically so the professor had no clue what he was
was
reading,
going on.
and just pray to God he wouldn't ask for a follow-up question, and it actually usually would work. He'd like, can't follow what you're doing, but that is the right answer. Like at first, when I first got to college, I would just put -1, and then it'd give me like a D, and I'd be like, oh, that ain't gonna work. So then I just started making up all this nonsensical stuff, put -1, and then it gave me like a B. Yeah, I'd be like B minus. I'd be like, cool, B, 50 degrees, rock it. I was always B. I was 2.9999 in college. I remember that. I was 3.4999 in high school. I was like,
2.97 in college.
yeah, I was always like that. I'm like, I realized
Were you in
really,
college?
2.97.
my thing in college was, especially in Oshkosh, you needed a 94% to get an A.
In college you did?
Yeah, because it was an A minus thing, right, going on. So you need like a 94 or 95 to get an A.
was just like
I'm like, the
89.
odds to get an A is like nothing, but to get an A minus was like 89.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, man, I could do a ton of good shit doing 89. Actually, there's a life lesson there. Like, they actually said don't chase the last 10% of any project. You'll never get that out. Like 90% is good, go. Not in accounting, not in finance. There's jobs in this org that 100% is 100%, but a lot of project work, 90% is like good. Get it done, and we'll tweak it as we go.
You know the most. You know most. You know that.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
I never.
You waste so much time.
You waste
on
that last
10%.
little juice. It's kind of like, I'm a health guy, but that like I probably run like at a 12-13% body fat. I've been down to 9%. To get to 9% if you do any Google stuff at all,
It's unsustainable.
it's not unsustainable, but you got to be a badass. There's no one natty light. There's no There's no concession stand cheeseburger.
That ain't.
Sorry,
No, it's just-
ladies,
it's
I'm never going to be a
maintaining
9%. Not
Do
possible.
it. You do it. It just
He looks dead at the camera. Sorry, ladies, I'm never going to be a 9.
not me.
Ladies, like,
That's
hey.
not happening.
But like I've been there, it's just for me, that's not my personality. Like,
Right.
I'd rather be 12-13%, and I can have a cookie once in a while.
I tried that, but like, it's
DK, my boy, plays tonight.
Unsustainable
DK is
for
an
myself.
animal. He's a freak.
1.6%.
That's actually not a real thing.
It can't be possible, right? It can't
No,
be.
it's not possible.
How do you weigh or how do you
DK
measure body
is
fat?
absolutely
Look at his picture.
They actually measure
little, yeah.
Like pinch
pinch
test.
test.
Yeah.
Well, there's pinch test, and then get to a straight percentages is you do a tank. So you actually sit in water, and there's a thing that they do in water. Buoyancy test. Yeah, that's how you get your real
Body fat
percentage of
actual
percentage.
down to
But
it.
if I can get 12, I actually can feel if I'm at wherever I'm at. Like, you get to a point.
Like I think like in wrestling in high school, they always like pinch between
Yeah,
the
no,
bottom
it's
of your belly
here,
button.
it's here, it's here, it's here, and then it's here, and that'll give you your body fat
Body
percentage. Yeah.
ish.
AJ Brown, AJB. My dynasty team has AJB and DK. All world
He's a
bodies.
monster.
Yeah, it
But they're
says-
just freaks. And possible steroids or other stuff.
When we get in the house, we should just have like.
All right, let's get to the billboard. We're already dead. Is there anything else we wanted to add as like business concepts, or we should get to the billboards?
You should probably get to the billboards.
Yeah, we're way dead. This is like this podcast.
all right,
No one's ever
all right.
watching this. That's the problem. It's
Oh,
gonna
this
be so
is the
long.
one I should watch.
I don't know,
so
man.
They're not
substantial.
gonna
really talked about
Filled with so much substance. Yeah.
That's our
It's a
podcast.
show about nothing.
Okay, let's get to the
I
look at
think
this
one of
weekly,
these and
the
I'm
weekly
buzzed up
IT.
already.
Okay, let's
I'm
go.
pretty cooked.
What are we
Billboards.
talking about?
Billboards.
Billboards. Okay, so I ask a question every single week. You got one big giant billboard. Everybody can see it. Stays up there for a very long time. What is it and why?
I'll
By
go
Star
first.
Luke's.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, you can't top that.
Go ahead.
I might be able to come up with.
I would say
Beer bong.
it's a quote I came up with a while back. At least I say I did. But life isn't a video game. You can't just hit reset. And so basically below that, I would just have take a risk. So which I feel like in working here and even like looking at money.com or anything that we've done, the robots, there's always this risk involved with what you're doing. But it's a chance to grow and succeed more than just being like, oh, this is how we've done it for 25 years. That's the way it is. So that would be mine. Just life is a video game. You can't just hit reset.
Which also means there's a lot there. Like that's deep.
Yep.
You just can't hit reset. Like understand your path.
Yep.
Understand, like, yeah.
It's already get real deep here as we're seeing.
These things have consequences.
We'll
No, it's
dig you
great. That's
back
what billboards do. It's good. Thank you. All right, Steve.
Well, I came up with one that I'm struggling remembering what I came up with, but I'll try and blurt it out. Don't let the things in your rearview mirror interfere with navigating what's ahead of you.
As you're driving down the highway.
And what does that mean?
Well, it's kind of like a life lesson
Yeah.
built into it.
But what does
Okay, I
that?
think-
What does that mean to you?
I think, okay, so you have experiences that you go through in life, and as you look back at them, you might have a lot of regrets about things you did.
You're gonna fuck up.
You are. It's just going to happen, and you don't always realize it at the time. So it's important to look back at them and realize, okay, this is what I did when this happened, and this was the result. So you need to apply those towards things as you go forward when you see those same situations, not to repeat what you did in the past.
Also, don't let them haunt you. I
And
think.
also don't let them make you afraid of tackling those
Or
same
consume you.
situations.
Like I think there's like a lot of people get consumed by that mistake.
Right.
They don't even realize it. I mean, I'm a God guy, and I like to go to confession. I need to go more. God forgives you. Like you make really bad mistakes, and going to confession, like if you haven't ever done that, like you walk out, and when I do it, it's like, oh, God forgave me. It's over. Well, I don't have to go to confession. It's a whole other Christian thing. But like, it's a formal process where you like literally sit and get absolved for your sins. I mean, God, I think, forgives you if you don't do that. But going through that process is even deeper than that. But you got to realize God forgives you. Like, you're gonna fuck up, but don't let that. What's in front of you is still real. Like, you still can live, right? Mm-hmm. And don't quit living. I think. I just talked to a friend today that, we spend too much time with my friends at 47 talking about. I was like, I just did a podcast before. We go out as a group. You're at that age. Mm-hmm. With my buddies, we talk about 99% of the time past things we did.
The old times.
I'm like, can we make a time? Can we make a time tonight? Because we aren't making a time tonight.
We need to make a lot of those, I guess.
That's very accurate.
Well, it's just true. Well, you're a bartender. That's all you hear, right? Remember when?
Yep.
Is that what you're trying to say, Holden?
And like all my friends, we always talk about like what we did in like 8th grade or like freshman year.
Dude, you're 17. Don't.
Yeah, hold on.
I know,
My mind just exploded.
Way better stories to come, dude. Way
This is a
better
pretty
stories
good
to
story so
come.
far.
Wait till you're 47. Then it's like, can we like make a story tonight? Because we're not dead yet, but that's good. That's very good. Thank you. Both you guys had good ones. Luke, that was yours.
Yeah, that was mine.
All right.
And to razzle over.
Yeah.
That's good though. That's good. I like it. That's probably one of the better billboards.
I made that. That's the worst part about it.
That's why it's funny.
That's why I had to
You
throw
reap what
it
you
out.
sow, I guess.
All right, Logan.
Honestly, as much as I'd like to probably throw something stupid at Luke up there, I don't know. I seen a decal on the back of a car on my way home from New Berlin a couple days ago. Just said, "Just be nice," and I like that. People are assholes nowadays. Nowadays,
That's kind of, but Logan, that's kind of you.
asshole or just be nice.
I feel like things do drive you nuts as a human, but even since I've known you for 5 years,
Yeah.
you've been able to control that side of you, and you're like, I just need to be nice through this process.
Yeah, I've dealt with people being mean. I mean, you deal with all these things as you go throughout life, but like, yeah,
Anti-bullying month.
huh?
Anti-bullying month.
Oh yeah, I grew up fat, so I dealt with all that shit too. But like, more or less, it was just in the matter of just be nice to people, you know. Like,
Yeah, but I think
it's
I think you minimize that fact. Where like I grew up fat, blah blah blah. I think you went through that process where
Yeah.
people weren't nice to you,
yeah, exactly.
and you're like, oh, you're nice to me now, or whatever,
Right.
and you're like, that hurt you. Where you're like, let's not do that again.
Yeah,
Remember your thing.
I know how it feels to be on the other end of it. You know, so I would never put someone through that. So
It's not great.
It's never great, you know, and that's where I'm at, where people are just like, people are so mean to others so easily. It's so easy for people to be so mean to. I mean,
But
don't
it's
get me
also
wrong. I talk shit to Luke all day,
me,
every
it's
day.
also
But it's that he's
That's
like, but I
warranted.
love him to death.
To echo your sentiments, though, it's so easy to be nice.
Yeah,
It's not hard. It's not hard to
Exactly.
smile. It's not hard to open a door for somebody.
right.
I was at my new place, that Euro shop, and I'm not bragging. Like 7th beer.
Boom.
He was looking at the camera like
IT likes to party.
Definitely watching the game at the
I
bar
will
tonight.
finish the thought about being nice, though. Like, I was at a new Euro shop, Alpha Euros, in New Berlin, and nobody else was in there. And 3 people, older people, you wait a line there. It's a line thing. So the 3 people opened the door before me. Like, we both got a car at the same time. And I'm like, how's this going to work? It's like 11:40. I got to get back to work. They opened the door for me, knowing I'd be the first guy in line. So nice. So I bought them all lunch, which made that nice to them. And they were like, you don't have to do that. You're not doing that. But they were really super cool. Like, no, I am doing that. Like, you don't have to do that. I'm guessing they then took that niceness and applied it somewhere else.
That's the thing. It's
Now-
contagious in that moment. That's
the cool part about that, yeah.
They always
that's
said pay it forward.
But then I think the reverse can be true. If that sequence would have went different, and we're kind of got some anxiety there, I'm then not nice. When I get back, they're not nice. It is a ripple effect of being nice. Mother Teresa, the smallest actions can change the world because it ripples down. It just ripples.
Yeah.
Pay forward.
And we have to understand that as humans.
Yeah.
We can make a difference. We can do it. Not over yet.
One by one.
Well, I went through all kinds in my head today. I was going to say I don't want a billboard because I'm trying to get off grid. The end is near.
End is near.
End
that's
is
good.
near, that kind of stuff. But I think over the last, I'm so grateful for this experience here. I've learned so much. I feel like I've personally grown.
Are you putting your 2 weeks in? Is that what you're doing?
No.
We had somebody serve
I'm here.
papers. Somebody give it to me.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
here
good.
until you guys kick
All right,
me
I'll
out.
shut his
That's all I'm
Google
saying.
off.
End is near.
I think the biggest thing is, like, in my younger career, I pursued titles. I pursued all this kind of stuff. Want to get to the top. All this thing, and just what I've learned is just if you're humble, be humble. If you're humble, everything else falls in place. Like, if you want to help people, if you want to be nice, if you want to all this kind of stuff, if you pay it forward to the people who open your door, everything else just takes care of itself. So it's like a be humble sort of thing. Title doesn't matter.
Does it say just be humble? Like
I think
you've been,
it's
like,
be
doing a
humble.
theme.
Sorry,
What is it?
it's be humble.
Kendrick
I like
Lamar.
that
Be
too.
humble.
Yeah.
humble.
It's
Is that a Kendrick Lamar?
I think that's
Kendrick Lamar,
beyond
humble.
what's that?
Sorry.
Kendrick Lamar, be humble.
Oh, does he say that? Yeah,
I don't know either. It's
Sorry,
okay.
I stole Kendrick
He's
Lamar.
a rapper. He's
Oh,
a
I'm not a
rapper.
rapper guy either. I listen to talk radio. So yeah, that would be mine. It's just pretty much the top. Jesus, humble.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I like it.
the poor shall be, what is Jesus?
Meek shall inherit the earth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the meek.
The meek.
meek,
The
yeah.
meek shall inherit the earth. The
Wait, what's
rich and
that?
powerful have already gotten their rewards, right? But I think you can be rich and powerful, but act meek. I don't. It's not really about money. It's about your perception of how you treat the world. And I
Talk
do
is
think
cheap.
being humble, and I do think actually being humble is easier, because then you fall into things versus disappointed by who you portray yourself as or hope you would be. Something to think about. I think you can still be competitive. Like, I think you think humble and it's just this like old lady in the corner. You can still be a lion. You don't have to be a sheep and still be humble. That's what I think people lose track of, in my opinion.
Agreed.
It's not always one way, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We good. Thank you guys for coming on. I think we've nailed
fun.
everything. It was super fun. Love all you guys. Appreciate you coming on. Anything else to add?
No. Luke?
Keep firing.
Figured that.
firing.
Was waiting for that. Peace out.
That's actually his billboard.
Keep firing, yeah.
Peace.